We will not be enabling predictions for this series because of using recorded games, but welcome everyone to the first game of the next set. This one will be, once again, White Wolf Palace B versus Fox Beta. And then after this, we'll have Up to Imp, which I know many of you guys want to see because you want to see T90. And whether you want to see T90 destroy or get wrecked, I guess that's going to depend on the individual, but I know that you are very much looking forward to it. Regardless, let's take a look at the civilizations over here. Starting on the right-hand side, we'll see, first off, Salette playing with Khmer. He'll be facing... who's who over here? I think the blue player is Bad Koala. And I think the green player is Vivi. I'm pretty sure. First off, he usually uses green, and also this character... This person character over here, I'm pretty sure it wasn't Vivi's name, so... Regardless, on the left-hand side instead, we are going to have Uzikoti versus Vivi himself as well. Not really sure who is playing with Vivi. I think it should be Bad Koala, if I'm not mistaken. I want to see T90 wet MBL. I might actually watch that on T90's channel just to hear MBL range. Oh, wait, what? Blue is Vivi? Hold on. So is it green is Bad Koala? Oh boy. Get wrecked, I guess. Let me try and find that. In the browser, maybe? Yeah, Wait, what? You're saying the blue is Vivi? Ah, and who is green? It says that it's a 1400 player. What? I'm so confused. Bad Koala is green. Is this a Smurf account or something? They forgot to switch over. There is a big language barrier between... you know, Chinese players and the rest of the community. Sometimes it's going to be tougher for them because of the different writing systems. And they might not know that they are meant to be using the main account for this or the highest level account for this. But anyway, you know what? Let me just fix this. Well, we'll pass B versus Fox Beta. So at the very least, we don't have the characters up on the scoreboard. Could you analyze the map a bit? Yeah, sure. We'll take a look at the civilizations first, and we're going to take a look at the map generation. So starting, or actually the TC placement for the players. So starting on the right-hand side, we have Salette facing Vivi, apparently, and he's playing with Khmer. It's going to be against Ethiopia. So Khmer get 10% fast moving battle elephant line units. They get also 5 villagers that they can garrison per house, sorry. Nobility requirements, and farmers do not need mills or TCs to drop food on. Meanwhile, for the team bonus, they get 1 extra range on scorpion line weapons. Meanwhile, Vivi with Ethiopians will get 18% faster attack and archer units, 100 extra food and 100 extra gold upon reaching a new age. As well as a pikeman upgrade for free, and for the team bonus 3 extra line of sight and outposts and towers. On the left hand side, Uzikoti is playing with Mayans versus Magyar. So, 1 extra villager for the yellow player, but he begins with 50 less food because of it. He's gonna have 15% longer lasting resources, and we also have for... Mayans 10, 15, and 20% cheaper archer units in the field of castle and Imperial Ages. For the team bonus, he's going to provide also a discount on walls. Meanwhile, over here on the very left, we see Magyar, so 15% discount on scout line units, which can be really strong given that the map is so open. And then on top of that, we're going to have as well, for Magyar's free Forging Iron Cast and Blast Furnace. We get villagers who can kill predators with 1 strike, and for the team bonus, also 2 extra line of sight on foot archer line units or foot archer type units. Regardless, the map, if you have not seen this map before in the qualifiers, you might be kind of surprised and you might be wondering where's the wood. Well, you can see where they are collecting wood from, but what you might not see is the fact that each one of these tiles actually contains 100,000. There we go, 100,000 wood each. So it's virtually unlimited. You can run out of it, technically. I guess you can potentially take it down with the Nonager, but I'm pretty sure that once the wood gets depleted over there, you end up getting It regenerates, so you end up getting more bamboos. There is also a single tile of food that players will get access to, which contains 750 food, so it's going to be like 6 berry bushes clumped into one, like a super berry bush. And because the map is Nomad Star technically, some players sometimes go for the TC a little bit too far away from the food, and they end up not collecting it. So yeah, where is the food over here for the green player, for instance, right? I don't think he's Oh, he is. He's very far from it, but he knows that there should be berries somewhere, and he's gone for a meal, which I prefer, of course, over them just ignoring it. Meanwhile, over here on the left-hand side, or actually, yeah, on the left-hand side, closer to the center, we see Uzikoti collecting from the berries and collecting from the piles of lumber. Very, very close to the TC. He's going for a meal only so that he can click up to the fuel H, I think. No, he's already going up to the fuel H. So what are we seeing here? It's just he can go for farms, most likely. This map somewhat reminds me of Colosseum. Colosseum, could be a little bit, I guess. On this one, we also have... It seems like this time around, we are going to have 7 relics. Sometimes the map generates with 5 relics. But the way that you know how many relics there are around Al Samim is you see the clumps of white on the map. Those are Gaia units guarding the relic, right? So we have 1 relic over here, 1 relic over here, and so on and so forth. Hey, Chivari! Of course I remember you. How wouldn't I? How are you doing? Welcome back. Blue is Vivi. Green is Not Bad Koala. You can call him Mr. Tong. Give me a second. I'm just going to go and take a look at the team composition for Wyville Palace B. I probably should have tried to fast forward until we got some action, only so that we don't risk falling behind and not being able to catch up to him from the very beginning. But anyway. Good, and how's your cat? Hopefully still around us despite his health issues. Have you been gone for that long? Dude, my cast died January of last year. 2021, I think, yeah. On the 16th, I believe. Jibatong? That's gotta be it. Yeah. I think it was Vivi, Bad Koala, and Jibatong. There we go, Scout goes down, but a village goes down as well, so it's a very strong opening for Fox Beta already. They do have a few extra military units. We have also a few extra eco units. So yeah, it's gonna be a Smurf account 100% because the green player over here is a player on a 1400 account, and of course that doesn't quite check out. Let's see. Salette's coming forward. He's been the one putting the most pressure. We'll see if he can do any damage over here. Oh, miscommunication. This is really rough. You don't want to bring the archers out in the open if you don't have protection from your teammate or you don't have enough numbers to allow the archers to defend themselves. That was kind of rough. He ended up losing 1 over here. The release is not going to be the worst in terms of losses, but it's kind of rough. If they were able to group the units up, they might have been able to do a lot more damage. So let's take a look. So let's get the scouts coming forward. We have a preempted tower already for Vivi. There we are. If you take a look at the schedule and you notice we already cast a few series, you can go back and watch them using the VOD system, of course. But yeah, we've already gone through Conca versus Darboy's Carrot, and we've already gone through Ibadi versus Chocobo Pants. So we are taking a look at Wyville Palace right now. Afterwards, we're going to take a look at Up to Imp versus Kurtlar Vadizi and Sleepies versus the Army High. for the final qualifier series for Terra Nova Duos. We are getting very close to the main event already. And I'm so hyped. We are going to have so much content for so long. It's incredible. It's going to be 5 weeks of group stage with a different region each week, with the first week being on Europe. And yeah, of course, we are going to have 12 series per week, with the final playoff stage taking place afterwards as well. Beautiful. A little bit of damage around the farm. This guy going down for Vivi. So Vivi's green, right? Is that correct? I'm kind of confused now again. Meanwhile, blue's coming around. We have green over here as well, still. Now this is working a lot better, man. They are completely exposed. Okay, so Vivi's blue. All right. It's not particularly good for Fox Beta over here. They were super exposed. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 villages going down plus a scout. You take a look at Eco KD, and Salette has lost 4. He's only been able to kill 1 so far. And this could be super rough for Fox Beta. It's open! It's open! They can come in! And they are coming in right away, because we don't have enough archers over here for them to defend with. These scouts are not going to suffice, and this could be an overextension if we have a good amount of units for them to defend with, but this is not good. Bunch of units going down, the archers get completely cleaned up. We have a choke point over here for blue to work out of. And Uzikoti, on the other hand, he's got his archers coming forward straight into Jibatong's base. He's able to get 1 villager down so far, only, I think. He's killed 3 villages actually so far, but it's not been enough. It's still been a little bit better. It's about 3 to 2 KD ratio, Eco KD ratio for Wild Palace B. Let's check. Beautiful. Salette actually has moved a few villages over to Uzikoti's base. He's playing with Khmer, so he can get away with this. Not too much pressure anymore from Uzikoti. He's going back. What does Uzikoti stand for, by the way? Does anybody know? I'm pretty curious. There we go. Nice counter pressure coming out finally for Fox Beta. It's incredible that up until this point they were able to hold on. In terms of economy, they are not too far behind compared to Wild Palace B, but yeah, that might not be the case for too long. It seems like they should be catching up right now, and they did. They did. That's a lot of units finally from Fox Beta, putting some pressure around. Meanwhile, Wild Palace B, they do have more military units. We have 1 player going out to the Imperial, to the castle, sir. That's going to be Vivi. So yeah. Nice. Might be able to get some villagers down over here. We'll see. There's the thing about these piles of lumber. They are unlimited. So if you can secure them, it's so good. But at the same time, It's kind of hard to defend them if they are too far away from the TC, or if you don't have enough towers to garrison all your lumberjacks. So you do have a kind of like a trade-off over there in a sense. You do not need to refresh your lumber camp. You do not need to keep on searching for more piles of lumber. One is going to be enough, but it gets denied and it's kind of over, man. Uzikoti has done a really good job over here. On the left-hand side, there's a counter-strike coming up for Salette as well. Against Jibatong. Cannot do too much, though. Yeah, on the right-hand side, it seems like Jibatong will be able to clean the archers up. Yeah, we don't have Spearman over here whatsoever. Now that Vivi's got into the Castle Age, and he's gotten Crossman and Balkan Arrow, he should find himself in a much better position. There we go. The great thing about casting record games though is that we are not affected by pauses and stuff. That's a lot of scouts still though, but these are crossbows, man. Crossmen are so much stronger. But it seems like that's going to be enough scouts though to clean this up. We see a few extra crossbowmen coming over from Vivi, and he's able to survive. He takes a lot of the scouts down. We have about half as many scouts as we had at the very beginning from Salette. Now we have Crossman upgrade as well for Uzikoti. Castle is gonna be here very soon for Salette. Meanwhile, Vivi and Jibatong are already up, so we should see Knights coming out from Jibatong for sure. He's got 2 stables to work with. He's got 3 stables to work with actually, and he's got also Iron Casting for free because of the Magyar civilization. So this can be catastrophic, guys. It depends on how Fox Beta is able to defend over here. So far, the players are looking very even in terms of population. The teams are very close, but this could change in the blink of an eye. Light cavalry could be good. Yeah, he's got enough units to justify the upgrade, and he's going for light cavalry. He's going for husbandry and chain bard and armor, so it makes sense. We have chain bard and armor already for final for Jibatong as well, so we'll see. Beautiful. Yeah, and Salette's roaming around still. Let's see if he can do any more damage. Now with light cavalry, these are significantly deadlier as well. Oh, but Jibatong knows. Jibatong knows. He's got plenty of towers already to defend his economy with as well, so I think he's going to be fine. We see some quick walls coming up over here. They are not going to connect though. The villagers step on the foundations. So we might see some villagers go down over here in the end. Man, this is a disaster! I really thought it was going to be able to defend himself, but the quick walls do not come up on time. Towers are not going to be enough. That's a lot of villagers going down. How many? Well, take a look at Salette's Eco KD, 13-4. It's got a better than 3-1 Eco KD ratio. You're on the right hand side. So it's Knights are providing some defenses. Although we have Knights and Crosses over here for Jibatong and Vivi. Nice. Still good pressure though from Fox Beta. Jibatong is certainly going to be the punching bag this game. So far he's been the one taking the most losses, I believe. Which is really bad. If you end up having the smaller economy on your knight producing player, your meat shield is not going to be as good. Yeah, and it seems like it's going to be Vivi kind of left to his own devices. We do have some knights over here, but once again it's not going to be anywhere near as good as what we have from Fox Beta. Also, trying to strike on the Khmer player will prove especially difficult because of the ability to garrison villages inside houses. So he might be able to idle a lot of economy over here, but he's actually not able to take villages down. If they were going straight into Uzikoti's base, this would be significantly more exposed, and I think they would be able to do a lot more damage. But it is what it is. Fox Beta, looking very strong over here still. Finally, it seems like the light cavalry are getting cleaned up, so very good defense for Jibatong. But yeah, there is still a lot of damage potential for rival passes they are not tapping into. Once again, they gotta go and target Uzikoti. Over here, they're only idling economy for Salette. I guess that also works a little bit in the sense that because Jibatong has been on a smaller economy because of all the villager picks for so long, his knight production was not quite as strong, so maybe if they can keep Salette's economy idle, they might be able to catch up for knight production, but we'll see. There you are. Oh, it's open! It's open! He was going for the quick walls, but it's open! And now he's actually opened this even further to get the villagers back to safety. Oh, disaster! Poor Vivi! Fox Beta's looking so much better right now. You might see a TC go down over here once again. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, finally! Rival Palace is striking on Uzikoti. That's a lot of knights. They should be able to clean this up for sure and keep on taking more villagers. But this is a big issue for them. They are getting a lot of idle economy. They have lost a lot of villagers. Now, they were able to get a lot of villagers over here as well. So, overall population still looking kind of even. I mean, still looking significantly better for Fox Beta. But you take a look at the bars over here and it's not going to be that much of a difference. Especially for economy, it's going to be only 6 extra eco units for Fox Beta. Who's playing for Rival Palace? Vivi and Jibatong. Vivi is the blue player, apparently, and Jibatong is the green player, so I've been told. But yeah, it makes sense. This kind of fail gate kind of screams Vivi a little bit. Not to be mean, but we have seen it so many times before. There we go. Fox Beta gets pushed away. Yeah, and from here so as well. Yeah, we don't have a Rival Palace putting pressure against Fox Beta's base anymore, or any of Fox Beta's players' base anymore. This is much closer than I thought it was going to be. Although, to be fair, once again, we are trying to cast the sets in a way that we have the closest sets towards the end of the stream. I don't think it's going to be the case for this one. I think this one is actually a little bit closer compared to Up to Imp versus Kurtlar. But yeah, of course we are also going to be constrained by the times the players decided to schedule the games. Nice push. The right hand side still looking very bad for Vivi. Very low score for Rival Palace right now, losing a lot. Yeah, and their push over here down south is not really doing too much for them right now. They're completely unable to keep on defending over here. And guys, there's no defense over here whatsoever for Vivi. I think this could very well be GG already. The lead is getting a little bit too large for Rival Palace to come back into this game. It would require a couple of very bad mistakes from Fox Beta for Rival Palace to be able to come back over here. So yeah, it seems to me like the GG is getting closer and closer. And seems to be actually working in favor of Fox Beta, which I was not expecting at all. I think this means we're probably still going to get at the very least a 4-game series, I would believe. Why? Mostly because Rival Palace B is still the higher seeded team. And it's by quite some difference as well. I think the difference over here between the teams is larger than the difference was in some of the other series that we saw that were 3-0. So, yeah, anyway. It's a very interesting position. Game is extremely intense. And the map is extremely aggressive, super open. Players forced into towers, extra TCs. Not enough defenses. You can count the spots for lumber with one hand. And yeah. Nice pressure over here from Fox Beta once again. They are going up against Jibatong. They've already done a lot of damage around Vivi's base. Now they're going up against Jibatong. And Jibatong's going to take a loss over here. So many villages going down. At the same time, Jibatong's coming forward with knights. We have Vivi coming in as well. Those villagers will be saved by the TC. And this is the thing. Once again, Fox Beta civilizations over here, the Chimera specifically for Salette, will allow him to defend. It's gonna be so much easier compared to anybody else. So the most damage that WWP is gonna be able to do over here is just idle economy. If they want to take villages down, they need to destroy the house, they need to destroy the TCs, and it's not going to be quite as easy, quote unquote easy, as Fox Beta's got it when they are roaming around. And of course there is only the TCs and the towers for Jibatong to garrison his villages into, and then everything else is going to be completely exposed. So yeah, no wonder more villages keep on going down over here by the minute. We have defensive Mangonel for Jibatong. Should not really be doing too much. Salette does not seem to be paying attention over here. Otherwise, he would have been able to get the Mangonel down already. But yeah. Super, super hectic game. WWP has been able to stabilize for the most part, but they've already taken so much damage, it might not matter. There we go. The extra crossbows coming in from Vivi. In hopes of getting some damage done, we still have some knights over here for Jibatong. Man, if WWP is able to come back into this game, I'm just going to lose my mind. I'm going to absolutely freak out. They are coming back. I cannot believe it. Take a look at this. Take a look at the bars. They're getting closer and closer. That's a lot of villagers. Uzikoti's not paying attention over here at all, so he will end up losing all these villagers. He realizes a little bit too late. That's still a scary amount of crossbows, man. Left hand side, crossbows for Uzikoti. We have knights still for Salette. Absolutely incredible game. And you know, for village account, it's only going to be a difference of 18 in favor of Fox Beta. Yeah. Why these noobs don't take the relics? Hey, Relic Pro. I sense a little bias over there. I don't know, it's just a feeling I have. They could go for the relics, but right now the game is so heated that players are just trying to prioritize doing damage and defending against potential incoming damage. So I guess it kind of makes sense. We have about 33 crossbows for Vivi. We have about 24 cross over here for Uzikoti, so it should be better for the blue player. But yeah, to answer your question, once again, the relics over here are going to be guarded by troops from Gaia, so you cannot just go and take it. You gotta clean this up first, which will probably detract your units from a much more important task of either defending or attacking. There you go. Just make one monastery, take 10 relics. Yeah, these are not all relics. There's only one relic per bunch of white around the map. The rest is Gaia troops. There we go. Still nice pressure. Fox Beta's military count significantly higher compared to Wild Palace's. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah. And it's going down. Still looking so much better for Fox Beta now that Uzikoti is getting very close to going up to the Imperial Age. Things are going to get even more one-sided. Dude, Melandros! Who won the Repar plus Dark versus Chart plus other Japanese? Thank you so much for the resub, Melandros. For anybody who has not seen the series yet, you probably want to mute the next 5 seconds. You know what? I'm not going to say it on stream. If somebody could, please whisper the result of the previous set to Melandros, that would be very much appreciated. But I don't want to potentially spoil it for anybody who might not have seen it yet. It's very much appreciated, Melandros, though. Thank you so much. 14 months, it's a long time. It's well over a year. So thank you so much. Green has no villagers, that is true. He's got 27 only. And on the right hand side, it's looking a little bit better for V, but what will he be able to do with these crosses once he cleans out the crosses from Uzikoti? He can go forward and try to get some damage done, but yeah. It's very over. It's looking very over. It's been looking over for the last couple minutes, for the last 5-10 minutes, probably even more than that, but now more so than ever, it's looking very, very one-sided. Once Uzikoti gets to the Imperial Age, we'll get Arbalesters, right? And is he going to stick to Arbalesters, or is he going to try and make a switch to Eagles? It seems like it's just going to be Arbalesters, but it works, of course. He already has support from his teammate for Knight, so he does not need melee units at all. As a matter of fact, he's in such a good spot that, yeah. There we go. DC goes down to crossbows alone. And while Vivi's able to hold on over here on his own, Jibatong is playing a different game over here. Just trying to bounce back into relevance, and I don't think he's gonna be able to at all. Has anybody whispered the result to you, Melandros? Let me know. But yeah, of course, you can also just rewind. I think if you take a look at the stream box, the video feed, underneath there should be a rewind 2 minutes option or something, and that's going to take you to the VOD page where you can just rewind as much as you want. Jibatong's playing survival horror, basically tower defense, and the creeps are getting a little bit too strong for his towers. PLH will be here for Vivi at some point, but it's so much later. We should already have Arbalester on the way for Uzikoti. He's not going for it just yet, but he's got Bracer and Chemistry coming out, which is still going to be good, of course. 2 extra attack on these units. There you are. GG! The GG has been called, so well played. Fox Beta will take game number 1 from White Wolf Palace B. That's going to be already a huge upset for game number 1. Let's go and take a look at the achievements before hopping out and seeing what we get for the next one. We're going to have for Military then a pretty nice KD for Vivi. In the end, he ended up getting the best KD in the game. And as a matter of fact, Jibatong actually ended up getting a pretty decent KD overall compared to Uzikoti's and Salette's KDs too. Both of which were significantly, or actually lower than 1-to-1, not quite a significant lower for Salette, much lower for Uzikoti. But because of their much stronger economy, and check this out, about 60% extra or resources collected from this game. Fox Beta didn't really care about the efficiency of the trades as much. It was mostly all about unit count for them and going for more units and having a stronger economy to go for more units. So well played. A much stronger economy towards the end of the game, fueled by a much stronger villager count as well. So let's go back. And Messenger, dude! Thank you so much for the gift sub. Welcome you guys then, everyone, to the second game of the series. Once again, we could see potentially a 4-game series over here. It really depends on how it goes, but White Wolf Palace being significantly higher seeded compared to Fox Beta would have you believe that they should be the ones on top right now in the series, but Fox Beta's performance in the previous game was fantastic. We'll see if they can clutch it up in game number 2 and potentially get a 2-0 lead. which would leave them in a very good position. If they can take 2 games in a row, especially with this one being White Wolf Pass's home map, they will be in a position where they would need only 1 more game out of 3 available matches, or 3 available games still, remaining games, to move over to the main group. But anyway, to the main stage rather. Regardless though, hey, once again, I'm pretty sure that you said this one already, but should I call you Mitch, Mich, or Mika? I wonder. Are you from Germany? Because I remember I saw this series called Dark on Netflix some time ago, and there was a male character named Mika. So I'm kind of curious right now. Whatever you like. Yes, you are. Which of the 3? This, that, or the other one? Yes. And I remember there was a character called Mika, which is in Spanish, Mika usually would be shorthand for Micaela, which would be a female name. But then there is Miguel, which is like the male version, which is kind of like Michael, I guess. Oh, you are German. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Perfect. I remember at the very beginning I called you Mihail because I remember that in Germany, if you type, or if you have somebody call, or their name is spelled Michael, it's supposed to be pronounced Mihail or something like that, right? But oh boy, I was wrong. The CH in German is pronounced different than all 3 things you said. Mitch, Mich. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Why they took 2 archer civs? Let's take a look at the civilizations. Good. Starting up north, we'll see Uzikoti versus Jibatong playing with Ethiopians and Mayans. So we have already talked about Ethiopians, I think. We have not talked about Mayans. Mayans will get 1 extra villager upon starting the game, but 50 less food because of it. On top of that, we also have 15% longer lasting resources for Mayans, 10, 20, and 30% cheaper archer units in the field castle and Imperial Ages, and for the team bonus, cheaper walls. Meanwhile, down south, we have Burgundians for Vivi. We have Saracens for Salette. Saracens will get cheaper markets or trade resources for cheaper, as well as 10 extra HP on camel units. They also get for the team bonus 2 bonus damage from foot archer units against buildings. And Burgundians, on the other hand, access to eco upgrades 1H earlier for a 50% foot discount. Access to the Cavalier upgrade in the Castle Age, as well as a 50% discount on stable upgrades and 25% higher attack on gunpowder units. Team bonus, on the other hand, will give them food income from relics on top of gold income, and that's going to be about it. So, yeah. We have Mayans and we have Ethiopians. We have seen only once 2 players going for archer units in the past in a qualifier series, and that did not work too well from what I recall. It was not good. I think it was in Meltdown, if I'm not mistaken, in one of the qualifiers from yesterday, could be. Usually, scouts and archers, or knights and archers, are going to be a little bit better. We'll see what we get over here. Obviously, the Burgundian player will be the one providing scouts and the meat shield, and the Saracen player is going to be the one providing range. So, I guess there's an opportunity over here for Fox Beta to prove that maybe double archery could potentially work. Anyway. That was closer, although your version sounds more Russian. I imagine the one that I said mech. I know that you guys have also a phoneme for the R sound that they make in French. The but I don't think that's it, right? I don't think that's for the CH. So it's a really soft. Mija, I'm not really sure. Yeah. Oh, the German CH is their revenge for the English TH. Which TH? Because in English you can have the and you can have the as well. But macro by Wild Wolf Palace. They are going to have a stronger economy going up a little bit later, yes. Does not necessarily mean a better macro. We'll take a look, and we have We have a little bit of extra this time for Uzikoti specifically, but it seems like Salette is doing a little bit better. Nice quick walls. But of course, we have... Oh, wait! What? Stable's coming up for Salette? And we have a stable coming up as well. Okay, guys, we have 2 players going for archers and 2 players going for scouts, but from different teams. What? What's going to come out on top? Well, I'm honestly liking the scout play a lot better. And Germans cannot pronounce either. Is that why you always make fun of the German accent when they say the map, I think, or something like that? Beautiful. The village is coming over already from Uzikoti over to Jibatong space. Yeah, he's engaging into a villager battle over here. I'm not really sure why he would go for this. He's got Ethiopians. He doesn't really have any bonuses with these villagers to actually get a better trade at all. I think he was just trying to go for the forward buildings, and then he just happened to fight with villagers. But this is very interesting. 2 archer ranges completely forward for Uzikoti. He's going for full pressure, and White Wolf Palace is looking a little bit stronger right now because of it. I do like what they're doing though, once again, and we have talked about this yesterday as well. If you are facing a stronger team or a stronger player, if you're in a 1v1, right? If you just play standard, you are usually going to fall behind. So going for something very aggro or out of the box, out of the ordinary, is going to be the way to go. And I do like this initiative from Uzikoti. So far, he's been unable to take advantage of it. You take a look at the idle TC time, and he's going up to 4 minutes of idle TC time. 18 villagers left to work with, man. And I do like the plan. I do like the strat. I do like the initiative, but this is not the way to do it. You cannot sacrifice your economy in order to get ahead in military over here, or at the very least, it's not really going to be the way that you want to go against a much higher level player or team, right? So full Tattle Rush, you would think that he would need Saracens and a 3rd arch range for him to go for a full Tattle Rush over here. That's what you're talking about, but... I mean, they do have more units though. Fox Beta do have more military units compared to White Wolf Palace, so maybe this could work out. We'll see. And also, I was wrong, by the way. I said that 2 players were going for scouts. That is not true. I just got confused because I thought it was going to be north versus south, but no, it's west versus east. And on the west we have, yeah, scouts and archers, and then on the right hand side we are going to have scouts from Saracens and archers from Ethiopian. So it's my bad. Sorry about that. It's the front rush. Well, so far they are able to force some extra walls up, for sure, but they gotta take care of these units as if they were made out of gold, and they, in part, are. But only 2 range can be done multiple assists. I guess that is true. And also he's got Ethiopian, so he gets extra resources when going up to the village, so... yeah, it doesn't need to be Saracens necessarily. Good point. Almost 7 minutes of vital TC time, and it's going to keep on going higher and higher. I don't think he's skewed a villager at all ever since he started going for archers. He's got 16 villagers right now, so they are kind of all in right now. This is open. They'll try to come in on the left-hand side. They might actually be able to do it because of the bonus damage against buildings that he's getting from Salette. He actually would have been able to break through the house, and then he could have tried to break through the lumber camp or this house, and then Salette can just come in. Come on, man, just go around, just scout, send 1 scout over. This is so rough to see. Every time this happens and the players do not account for the possibility of the opponent being open, it just hurts my soul. I call it baguette rush. Uzikoti no food? Nah, he's just been going for full gold and wood. And now it seems like this is going to end with catastrophic results for Uzikoti. He's about to get clapped. Because the TC is not garrisoned at all, he can actually prevent villagers from getting to the TC in the first place. And yeah, without access to gold over here, they're not going to be able to keep on going for archers anymore. So we still have 16 archers for Uzikoti compared to only 5 from Jibatong. But Jibatong's going for skirmishers. With a few extra skirmishers, he might be able to defend himself just fine. See a tower being forced over here from Uzikoti, but I don't think the tower is actually coming up, is it? I think as long as Jibatong places cards right, he should be able to prevent the tower from coming up. But yeah, it's coming up in the end. Alright. They're roaming around. They're going to take on the lumberjacks next. And that's gotta be over, guys. I think if we saw on the left-hand side Fox Beta realize about the hole earlier and come in, they might have been able to do a lot more damage than they did. And they might have been able to hold on a little bit longer. We have some scouts from Salette, which is great. He might be able to clean these units up. We'll see. But the damage's been done already. We have only 4 villagers left. Press the tower on the goal. Move to the wood line. Case closed. Yeah, man. 13 villagers left for Uzikoti, and while Salette is going up to the Castle Age, Vivi is already getting to the Castle Age himself, and of course he's got 3 stables to work with, so he should be able to clean these units up, no problem. Yeah. Why not Terra Rush with the Saracen player? That's a good question. I guess they probably deemed Jibatong potentially more vulnerable compared to Vivi, I would imagine. I'm not really sure. You would have to ask the players. Your guess is as good as mine, but that's the best explanation I can come up with. And yeah, it could have been a little bit stronger against Vivi, maybe. He was going to go for scouts, of course, but if you go and you commit yourself to a Tatty Rush, you should be able to get enough archers to hold on against scouts just fine. Both players will be able to go for skirmishers as well, so yeah. With this all-in, market isn't needed. I'm kind of wondering if he went for a Terra Rush with Saracens down south. Do you think he might have been able to get a similar kind of push going while still keeping villagers working? That wouldn't be the case anymore, and I guess that wouldn't be the same anyway. But yeah, anyway, Salette sends some resources to Uzikoti, sorry. That is not allowed. Oh yeah, wait a moment, he's already in the castle age, never mind. It is allowed. For a moment over there, I was going to say it doesn't matter anymore because of the slinging, but it's actually alright. Yeah, you can send resources to players as long as they are in a lower age, starting in the castle age. Cavalier coming out right now for Vivi, so yeah. It's only a matter of Rival Palace cleaning the units from Fox Beta up, and then they're gonna be able to start pushing back once again. If they take on Uzikoti, they should already take the game, as it's going to be a 2v1 position for Rival Palace B. So anyway, Cavalier versus basic bowman. Yeah, good luck with this. Not even the heal advantage is going to help him much. Archers are getting 3 shot. A little bit of pressure from Salette. Very unlikely to achieve too much. With Cavalier, these light cavalry are not really standing a chance at all. This is over. Certainly looking like it. Yeah. Cavalier with no bloodlines, but still. Yeah. Absolutely. It's like you have Celts on your team and Hoang Rush with a different sim instead. Yeah, but if you have like Lithuanians, you know, or Slavs or something, you can still Hoang Rush. It's just not the best. Obviously, the difference is that, yeah, the Ethiopian archers are better. No other siege would be better than Celts. In the Castle Age, though, anyway. No, please pause and talk to T90. They did the draft wrong. I don't need to pause. I have a prepared message for these situations. Let's take a look at this. Meanwhile, camels like cavalry coming up. Yeah, there we go. I just talked to him. You could also tell him in chat to take a look at Discord. That I talked to him as well. I cannot go and assist right now because of the games, but the instructions should be quite clear. I have posted a picture and everything. Yeah. As if he reads your chat. Isn't it aren't his Facebook streams much more quieter than the Twitch streams? I think he should be able to keep up with the chat, shouldn't he? But I have talked to him, so I'm pretty sure he's going to talk to the other team as well. But anyway. Good defense over here for Vivi as well. Yeah, and Uzikoti still on less than 20 villagers, 29 minutes into the game. He's actually started queuing some villagers up as well. Is on voice? He's just gotten back to me as well, so he realized it's no problem. It seems to me very unlikely that Salette will be able to do much of anything with the camels. There we go. That's going to be GG. It took a little longer for them to call the GG than I thought it was going to be. But Fox Beta ends up calling it over here, so Wild Pass will end up equalizing the series. So what does this mean? This means a 4-game series at the very least, right? So we'll see about that. Let's go and take a look at the achievements. We'll see for military. A better KD for Vivi, about 7-4. About 3-2 over here for Salette, but it doesn't matter, even if it was quite good for 2 players. 1 per team, it's not good. For economy, on the other hand, we're gonna have also a much stronger economy for both Burgundians and Salette. For society, on the other hand, we're gonna have a much stronger economy for Wild Palace B. So yeah, let's go back. Oh, it's gonna be Ushuaia, guys, not Ruin. So this is open map. All right, let's jump into it. That's going to be the first time that we see this map in the qualifiers. Let me show it to you. Check this out. This is an incredible one. I really like Ushuaia quite a bit. What do we get over here? Well, first off, we'll have an island for each player, right? Or for each team, rather. So we have one on the right-hand side over here for Vivi+Jibatong. They are very close together. And then we have another island for Uzikoti+Salette, which is great. So the center contains a lot of fish. And you might actually find some resemblance from this map, you know, for this map for some other maps that we have seen in the past. Because the water over here is actually semi-frozen or so, or actually kind of frozen, I guess, in parts. I'm really sure how to describe it, but it's actually walkable. So you can traverse the water over here with land units. You can see the penguins over here, and you can also sail. So it's kind of similar to what we had for, remember Arctic Circle from World Desert Championship? It's kind of similar like that, to that as well, except that this is based on a specific location. Regardless though, Let's take a look at the civilization. Starting on the right-hand side with Wild Palace. We're gonna fast forward this over here a little bit. And yeah, starting with Wild Palace, we are going to get Vikings for Vivi. We'll get Persians for Jibatong. And that means that's going to be 15, 20, and 20% cheaper. Navy units for Vivi, free handcar and wheelbarrow for Vikings, as well as 20% extra HP on infantry units, and for the team bonus, a 15% discount on dogs. Meanwhile, Vivi, or Jibatong, sorry, playing with Persians, will get twice the HP on TCs and dogs, which work 10, 15, and 20% faster. Okay, it seems like we are getting some action already. We have a dog in the middle of the water. Oh boy, come on. That's very interesting to see, but anyway. What do we have then? Besides that, Persians will also begin with 50 extra food and 50 extra wood. For the team bonus, finally the Nightline units will get bonus damage against Archer units. 2 bonus damage. Notice, if he's going for a much more run-of-the-mill dock over here. 10 Swiss stream finals, while I grind 13 to 1400. These are not finals, these are qualifiers. The teams are fighting over a spot in the main event. This is home map of Nova, since this is from Tierra del Fuego. Yeah. That means you can dock next to Deep Fish. I think he should be able to, yeah. Didn't he do that? Or what is this? Nah, actually he cannot do that. I think he used a small patch of ice. Yeah. This is actually not like you can just dock anywhere. But he could potentially have docked over here, for instance, right? Vivi, that is. Anyway. How can fish jump out of ice? It's Gropal? I don't know. Just melted enough that villagers can walk on top, just hopping from ice piece to ice piece, and then the fish are going to jump in between. You're just gonna have to use your imagination. They finished and they picked wrong again? Okay. Okay, guys, yeah, just give me a second, I need to pause. Yeah, give me 1 second, guys. I just need to take care of this. Wow, Jordan, dude, this is a very untimely raid. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everyone. We are casting Fox Beta versus Wild Palace B. And after this series, we'll be casting up to Imp, T90 and MBL versus Belder, I think it was called, the other team. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, we're going to be casting all the series that we have for today's qualifiers. This is the third series that we are casting today. If you do exclamation mark schedule, freaking English, you'll see which 2 series we already covered earlier today, and then you can go and take a look at the VODs if you want to, of course. But I hope you had a great stream, Jordan. Thank you so much for the raid. And I have talked to the players about the draft situation, and I am waiting for an answer. T90 talked to me, and he expressed some concerns, and I talked to the other team, and I'm still waiting for an answer. At this point, that's it. We'll be live. Well, I would certainly love to cast a set live for sure, but we'll see what we get. And there we go. Fuel H is here for Salette already. Uzikoti is collecting fish from the center, but we have a bunch of militias over here from Jibatong already. Plus some villages as well. He's actually getting a very nice trade, isn't he? He's gotten all the militias down already from Uzikoti. And you could potentially go after the villages because he's got some militias alive still. He should have a much stronger group of units to play with, right? Not quite. We still have 1 militia for Uzikoti. We have also 7 villagers for him compared to only 4 villagers from Jibatong. So yeah, won't be necessarily one-sided. I guess it's Vivi and Jibatong? Yes, that is correct, Brad Belgium. Hi, welcome. Looking good so far for Jibatong. He's pushing Uzikoti away. Uzikoti, if he turns around and fights, I think he gets this, but he would need very good unit control, right? He's got a higher HP pool, even if we rule out the deficiencies, of course, which cannot fight. Notice the change in-game language to English? That is not up to me. We are casting Rex, so it's going to come with the messages in whatever language the players have. So yeah. I'm not really sure if any of these guys would actually have the given English. But there we go. Fisher ships are going down. They drafted correctly? Let's go! There wants the charm. Regardless, let me take a look. Beautiful. Is that Portuguese? That is French. The language in the messages. Will you cast TND today? Yes. I'm going to cast all the series that we have for today. It's going to be 5 series. This is the 3rd one that we are casting. So after this one, we'll jump into T90 set. And then after that, there is 1 more set left to play. The final one to see who's going to be the final team moving on to the main stage. We already have John already what the order of the matchups is going to be for each group for each week as well. I'm going to show you that after we are done casting the qualifier so that you can see. There you go. Overall, beautiful position still though for Fox Beta. This is really interesting. Will we get the full series over here? You know, Fox Beta were able to take game number 1. In a map where, honestly, I was favoring White Wolf Palace by quite a bit. Super open, super aggressive. We had Vivi, we had Jibatong. They are higher seeded compared to Fox Beta. And I was like, okay, this gotta be White Wolf Palaces, right? But not quite. So Fox Beta's got the chance over here to get a 2-1 lead over a higher seeded team. This could be potentially the first. Wow, that's gonna be GG, guys! Vivi calls it. Jibatong does so as well. 16 minutes into the game. Fox Beta ends up getting the lead over here in the series 2-1 against White Wolf Pass. And this is ridiculous performance from the underdogs. Let's go and take a look at the achievements real quick and jump into game 4 right away. What do we get? Infinite kill ratio for Salette. Shakar Himanshu, by the way, thanks so much for the sub. It's very much appreciated and welcome to the club. I hope you're enjoying the content. I hope you're enjoying the tournament as well. And guys, those of you coming from Jordan's stream, you know that Jordan is going to be playing the tournament straight in the main event. He did not have to play qualifiers. That was the case for both Gamer Legion teams that signed up. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that you're going to look forward to seeing Gamer Legion on these beautiful maps. But yeah, much stronger economy for Fox Beta as well. We have a higher eco count for them as well. Let's go and take a look at the rest of the maps then. Yes. And Uzikoti's got Franks, Salette's got Hans. We saw this map for the first time in the qualifiers yesterday, actually, in one of the series that we cast. And you might not be familiar with it, but the players will begin with couple extra villagers. It's going to be a nomad start as well. And then you can choose. Do you want your TC a little bit closer to your ally? Do you want your TC a little bit closer to the resource? Do you want the TCs a little bit closer to the slope? Because there are so many extra resources down. We have plenty of, shorefish over here for the players to collect to the sides. And in the valley in front of their plateaus as well, respectively. This actually puts them in a very interesting position. Indians will be potentially strong if they are able to secure access to the shorefish, but specifically For Jibatong, it seems like the shorefish are kind of too far away, aren't they? Yeah. We do a straight line over here to Jibatong's base, and it's just so much farther away compared to anybody else. You take a look at Vivi over here. Actually, it's not good for Vivi either. I think it's even a little bit further away for Vivi, isn't it? Yeah. It's very unfortunate. We take a look at the right-hand side, and we'll see some deep fish to the side over here for Salette as well. And yeah, on the left-hand side, Uzikoti. He's got some deep fish over here. He's got a very nice map generation for himself. So we'll see. First time here, you're doing a great job. Very entertaining. Thank you so much, Donnie. It's coming from you. It means a lot. So let's take a look at the civilizations. Starting with Fox Beta. We get Franks and we get Huns, right? That means for Uzikoti, he's going to have 20% extra HP on cavalry units starting in the feudal age, as well as 25% cheaper castles, 15% faster working foragers, as well as free farm upgrades, and for the team bonus, they'll get also 2 extra line of sight on 9 line units. For Salette, on the other hand, playing with Huns means no need to build houses, but he does start with 100 less wood because of it. On top of that, we'll also see for Huns 50% accuracy on trebuchets as opposed to 15%, and 10 and 20% cheaper cavalry archer units in the castle in Imperial Ages. For the team bonus, on the other hand, we also see for Huns 20% faster working stables, and we'll proceed to take a look at the civilizations from the Chinese up north. T90 is asking what map will be first. Dude, I swear to God, the instructions, I spent so much time trying to make sure that they were so clear. Yeah, the last map that was picked, that's the one that's going to be used for game number 1, and it's I'm very sure it's the end of the instructions, isn't it? Oh man, it feels bad. I did tell him to talk to WWP because I'm casting this, so I cannot really fully commit myself to admin in that series. I think WWP might be around. Maybe he can answer the question. But yeah. Do those trees have 150 wood in the center? These? Palm trees? These are standard. Are you talking about some other types of trees? These are standard. No. The shrubs are also 100 each as well, so it's fine. It's T90 and MPL. How many words do you think they read? Fair point, I guess. And their base? Oh! These ones? No, these are just shrubs. I think these are only 100 as well. So it's not a lot of wood. You're gonna want to get into the valley. So we have taken a look already at Fox Beta civilizations. Very soon the players will be going up, probably on a stronger economy than what they have right now, so they can fast castle, which we have seen actually be the case on this map a couple times already. But yeah, for the Chinese players, we get Chinese for Vivi, which means 3 extra villagers upon getting the TC up, although he does begin with 200 less food and 50 less wood. Besides, I'm actually not really sure that was the case over here, because we did have a nomad start, right? Let me just go back a little bit and take a look at the resources. Oh yeah, they do begin with 50 less wood, actually. Okay. Let's catch up. But yeah, on top of that, we also see for Chinese 5 extra line of sight and 5 higher population support per TC. As well as 10, 15, and 20% cheaper upgrades in the feudal castle and Imperial Ages. And for the team bonus, they're still confused. T90 will contact you now. if he, okay, yeah, I've gotten a message. 1 second. There we go. I gotta say that it's the first time that I've been told that wording in the instructions doesn't make much sense though. Which is interesting, coming from native speaker. Yeah. Maybe we understand better among amongst non-native speakers? I'm not really sure. Anyway, to finish talking about the civilizations up north, we'll see also for Chinese 10% extra food from farms for free. And then taking a look at the Indians on the other hand, he's got 10% faster working fishermen. As well as 10, 15, 20, and 25% cheaper villagers in Dark Field Castle and Imperial Ages. And he's got 1 and 2 extra pierce armor on stable units in the Castle and Imperial Ages, which is really good. Team bonus finally for Indians will be 4 bonus damage from camel units against villains, and that's about it. So yeah. Add the graphic diagram of the rules next time. I did put an example. I actually did add a picture with descriptions and an example. And the picture actually says which map is used for game number 1 from a standard looking draft. I'm not really sure, man. Anyway, flowchart maybe? Oh, flowchart. I should have thought of that. Yeah, there's always something else that you can do, right? You can always do more. I haven't thought of that. That's actually a very great suggestion, Grump. Appreciate it. A video tutorial probably would have been a little bit easier as well. Yeah. That's a fair point. Maybe for next time. Well, there's I think it's only going to be relevant for the qualifiers of this tournament. I don't know if we are going to use that system in the future. Maybe for Terra Nova 2, for the 1v1 version. Yeah, a video tutorial will probably be the clearest way to explain it, I guess. Hey, Heavy Rain out? This place packed with views. Can I have a seat? Sure. I'm pretty sure people are gonna be able to make a little spot for you as well. Just knock a little bit more and there's going to be always space for one more. I'm wondering if, just like you guys are telling me about T90 stuff over here, if anybody on T90 stream is going to be saying, oh yeah, now Nova is complaining that nobody understands the instructions. That'll be fun. I work as a teacher. I have given up on trying to guess or understand or predict how any message can be misunderstood. I have only to accept that it will. Makes sense. Yeah, anyway. Castle should be here very soon for Jibatong. Vivi has almost enough resources to click up to the Castle. It's not going to be the fastest fast castle, but it's going to be significantly faster for White Wolf Palace B compared to Fox Beta. Fox Beta, on the other hand, they do have the scouts coming up. We have double scout production from Uzikoti+Salette. Gonna do too much over here though. Yeah, with the spearman plus the tower, it seems like it's going to be enough still for the villages to survive. We might see still a few picks though. At the very least, 2 villages should be going down. Let's take a look at Eco KD so far. Yeah, that's going to be the first kill, and he's unable to get a second pick, so it's going to be only 1-0 Eco KD for Salette after this huge military investment. If they aren't able to make this one pay off, then they'll just end up just falling behind, you know, as both players from White Wolf Palace are going up to the castle so much faster. Once we get access to camels from Indians, once we get access to crossbows from Chinese, that's going to put Fox Beta in a pretty rough position. Hey, Sneaky! Welcome back, a long time no siege. I was told you guys were busy with parenting and work as well. Happy to see you around. It's always nice to yeah, it's always nice to see you back. Maybe the next time, make instructions for players and one separate just for Tristan. Guys, you are burning T90 so hard right now. If I end up uploading this video or this series to YouTube, which I will do, by the way, I hope that I don't get burned out as well. Anyway. There we go. Castle just over here ready for both Chinese players. Castle is gonna be here for Salette very soon. Meanwhile, Uzikoti is kind of stuck in the village himself. There we go. You might see some villagers going down over here. Yeah. And so the massacre begins. Lumberjacks completely exposed. The Spearmen are out of position as well. Probably could have done a little bit more damage over there, but it's still good that he can push the villagers away. It still disrupts the economy from Uzikoti. He will upload the title Loida Legends. Wait, this series or up to M series? There we go. Yeah, these commons are looking so strong. It's totally putting Rival Pass back into the game. Rival Pass soon with plus 30 villagers. It could be the case. Right now, they are still struggling to get the extra TCs up. So we only have one extra TC for them, right? Coming up from Vivi. He's trying to go for the third TC. Actually, we do have 2 extra TCs. You are correct. Jibatong also has a second TC up north in the corner, which is nice. So yeah, that's going to represent about 6 extra villagers per minute. So in about 5 minutes, that would actually be 30 plus villagers, yes. And even more, right? By the minute. I cannot believe, though, that Fox Beta were able to force a full series over here out of Rival Palace. From all the series that I was taking a look at, you know, this is one of the more one-sided ones for sure. So yeah, it seems like we are going to have a full series, which means we're probably going to end up casting T90 and MBL series. Also using record the games, probably one game behind the live thing, most likely. So yeah, we're gonna have to make your choice, of course, if you want to keep track of everything or if you want to watch their series live. You can probably watch on Facebook, of course. I'm not really sure if MBL's streaming himself or any of the other players. But we're gonna be casting their series after we are done with this one. It seems to me like it's going to be a full series. MBL streaming? Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you can pick your poison, of course. Otherwise, you can also watch the games live from the player's point of view, and then you can watch the same games from the caster's point of view over here later if you want as well, so it's up to you, of course. But we'll be covering everything, so that means we keep on with Fox Beta versus Rival Pass until the series is over. Honestly though, I thought it was going to be more like 3-0 or 3-1 at most, and now the fact that Fox Beta is up 2-1 is really unexpected. NBA stream is poison. But so did I say that about I said that about T90s and my own stream, didn't I? It's fine. If everything's poison, then nothing is poison anymore. And before I get clipped out of context. Extra TC coming out. That's going to be the third TC for Jibatong. So that's going to be 6 TCs already for Rival Palace B. Versus 3 TCs and the 4th TC on the way for Fox Beta. Given the current situation, Fox Beta is going to be playing catch-up at best. They'll be able to prevent Rival Pass from getting further ahead in villager count. But oh man, just as I say that, I see a 4th TC coming up for Vivi. Cannot give this one up though, of course. That's a lot of cavalry archers coming up. Very unfortunate timing for Vivi to try and get the TC up. That's going to be 6 villagers, 7 villagers going down, 8, 9 villagers, 10 villagers down so far. 11, 12 villagers. Man, massacre. Still extra villagers for Rival Palace though, mind you. Yeah. It's alright. Just easier to focus on MBL. So I want to know from everyone commenting to the stream today, did anyone ever guess that we would get a full series between Rival Pass B and Fox Beta? It's beautiful, man. Imagine if they can get game number 5 as well. Game number 4 is looking very one-sided in favor of Rival Pass. We'll see if Fox Beta can come back. I think the chances are very small. I think we are going to get a full series. But yeah, I think most likely Fox Beta is going to have to try in game number 5. But imagine they do get game number 5. That would be an insane upset. White Wolf Palace getting knocked out on the qualifiers over here. Certainly not something that you're expecting. And I'm pretty sure that not a lot of people are familiar with Fox Beta players either. So that'd be a huge accomplishment for these guys as well. To be honest, just forcing a full series over here is already a huge accomplishment for Fox Beta. So well played to them regardless of how the series ends up. Yes? I'll try to help T90. I'm not really sure. That'd be great, Lord Patita. I'm not really sure what they're struggling with right now. The draft should be done already and it should be good. And the settings, I think, are included in the handbook, so I'm not really sure what doubts they have. But if they do, yeah, feel free to talk to him. I thought you were going to be busy today, so I told him to contact Huevo Coyotl. I don't know if he did or not. Who is in stone? We can take a look at that. There we go. Jibatong is on stone. Vivi is on stone. Both players. Not particularly heavily, or at the very least, Jibatong's a little bit more heavily into stone compared to Vivi. Might be the first player to get to a castle. They are playing G1 already? Okay, great. Please do not spoil the results of the games over here, because we will be casting those starting from game 1 using recorded games, so just keep that in mind. Beautiful. And once again, thank you to everyone who's coming into the stream for the first time today, dropping a follow. It's very much appreciated. I hope you're enjoying the tournament qualifier so far. After this one, we have only 2 series left to cast, and then we're gonna be done with quals, and we're gonna be making a switch to the main event, which is gonna be so interesting. Nice pick over here from Vivi as well. And there we go. We had a castle drop coming up from Jibatong forward. And I think the castle is going to be close enough to the TC to range both of these. It's going to range one, and the second one I'm not really sure. I think it might not be the case. We'll have to take a look at the grid view, but yeah, well, he's got fletching. If he can go for no, that's Uzikoti. What am I talking about? Yeah, actually Jibatong does not even have fletching, so that the second TC is going to be safe. The first one should be going down though. Beautiful position for White Wolf Palace. We have one big engagement about to take place very soon. Second group of cavalry archers on the right hand side roaming around, trying to snipe some villages here and there. There's so much damage they need to do. They are behind still by 31 villagers, so they need to pick a lot. But yeah, there is a big engagement bound to take place over here at some point. And check this out, that's Indian camels, baby! 4 bonus damage against buildings! DC's getting completely shredded. Vivi's got his own cavalry archers to defend the camels with as well. Meanwhile, on the right hand side, the cavalry archers from Salette could not do too much. He's roaming over to the center instead to try and get some good damage down over here. He was able to deny a castle though from Vivi, which is great. But yeah, man, there's no defense over here whatsoever, so the TC has gone down. We'll see this TC go down very soon. This TC go down to the castle and the camels as well. That's going to leave Uzikoti on only 1 TC, and he's trying to go for another one over here, but seems like it's going to be rough. Actually, he'll be left on 3, right? Because he's got still 2 up plus this one. After he loses these, though. But that has been the trend in this tourney, you know about? Very few sweeps. To be fair, that is true. Yeah, I was expecting this to at the very least be 3-1, maybe. But I was certainly not expecting this to be a full series. I think most of the clean sweeps we saw in the last couple of days, actually. Anyway, it's a lot of villages going down, of course, for Uzikoti. Going down to 69 villages. Nice. Imperial is on the way now for Jibatong as well. So very soon these will turn into heavy camel riders. Potentially even Imperial camel riders as well, and that's going to leave them in a very good spot. Tanta GG for Fox Beta. Certainly seems like it. I wouldn't be surprised if once Jibatong gets to the Imperial Age, they call it right away. But we'll see. We have a very big wave of cavalry archers moving around. Fox Beta's plateau. Cavalry archers from Salette over here in greater amount compared to what we have from Vivi. If Vivi bails from here, there is no way for Salette to force an engagement. This is a really awkward spot for Vivi to sit his units in. Okay, he's getting surrounded now. This is really bad. Yeah, this is really bad. He's got to get out of here and try to save as many as possible. Otherwise, this ball of cavalry archers might be good enough for him to even take on heavy camels, to even take on Imperial camels. So he's got to get out of here. He's got to try and go up to the Imperial Age himself as well, or at the very least try and catch up in cavalry archer count compared to Salette. It's tough, of course. We do have 10% cheaper cavalry archers already in the castle age for Salette. But yeah, Vivi's economy is significantly stronger as well, so should be able to manage. There we go. Imperial Age is here already for Jibatong. Looking pretty good for White Wolf Palace still. There we go. That's going to be GG right there, guys. So, well played. Let's take a look at the achievements then one more time before hopping into what's going to be the series deciding game. What do we get? We're going to see for military, a better KV for Salette. Very, very close to 2-1. Actually, a little bit higher than 9-5. For economy, it's looking much stronger for White Wolf Palace as well, collecting more than 50% of resources. And for society, they did end up getting more than 50% of workers in their favor, of course. So it makes sense. Anyway, let's see if we can jump into game number 5 right away. It's going to be taking place on Ruins. If you remember, that was the final home map left. So let's refresh this and let's jump into it right away. Ruins, beautiful. I got it. There we are. And welcome you guys then, everyone, to game number 5. Go remake, we use remake. Okay. Game 5 is live. That seems to be the case, yes, because I cannot download record the game anymore. Let me just jump into it right away, hopefully. We'll finish casting this one live. Who would have thought? I wouldn't. Alright, there we go. Game starting. Should be starting. Oh, there we go. 2-2. And welcome everyone then to game number 5. The tiebreaker. This one will decide who moves on to the group stage and who gets knocked out of the qualifiers. Without a chance of participating in the main event, but still with the possibility of joining the second division. We have seen already 2 Rees being asked for this map very early into the game, and I kind of gotta wonder if that's because the players have not been familiar what the map's looking like, but I'm not too sure. Aftermath plus Fortress? Yeah, basically, kind of like it. So, taking a look at the civilizations, on the left-hand side, the first matchup is going to take place between Uzikoti playing with Chinese, which we already discussed in the previous game, versus Goths. And Goths will get 20, 25, 30, and 35% cheaper infantry units in the Dark Feudal Castle and Imperial Ages, with 1, 2, and 3 bonus damage against buildings in the Feudal Castle and Imperial Ages. Hey, Mundo Bear. Hi. Besides that, we also see for Goths 5 bonus damage against lurables from villagers. Hunters can carry 15 extra resources per trip. On top of that, they also get 10 higher maximum population in the Imperial Age for up to 210 population. And we'll see for gods instantly research in Loom. On the right hand side though, instead we had Koreans for Jibatong with 3 extra line of sight on villagers. As well as free archer armor upgrades, 20% faster working stone miners. As well as a 20% wood discount on military units, and then free tower upgrades too. For the team bonus, Koreans will also provide 1 minimum range on magna-aligned weapons, so onagers and siegers as well, compared to other civilizations. And taking a look at Salette then, what do we get? Oh yeah, that is true. Thank you. Let me see if I can fix the schedule thing. Appreciate it. There you are. And yeah, for Salette then, playing with Burgundians over here means access to eco upgrades 1 inch earlier for a 50% food discount. As well as a 50% discount on stable upgrades and access to the Cavalier upgrade in the Castle Age. Besides that, we'll also see for Burgundians 25% higher damage from, or higher attack from, gunpowder units. And that is total damage, so that's multiplying even bonus damage, right? So if you are up against infantry units, that's going to be taking the final damage and multiplying it even further. So it's a very nice multiplier. Besides that, for the team bonus finally, Burgundians will also get food from relics on top of just gold. And yeah, you can see that Salette's already going for houses on the right hand side. He's going to also match this with some stone walls coming up. We have some ruins, which people cannot destroy. Weirdly enough. I don't think they can traverse this, right? But yeah, and then on the left-hand side, we see the stone walls coming up for Uzikoti as well. They're going for full walls. And I imagine this is probably going to be a matter of fast castling into full economy, right? Full greedy play. At the very least, Fox Beta, they seem to be going for that. Alright, let's go back to normal speed. Did we see a villager go down over here? I don't think so, right? Oh, we did. So, Jibatong gets 1 villager over here. That's going to be about it. It seems like they'll be trapped, though. Vivi Scout is kind of trapped. Oh, this is still open, though. Did they not realize about that? Because they've been going for walls everywhere that's open. Yeah, they have just not had the time to go and wall this up. Okay, so I guess Wild Pass scouts are not trapped. But anyway, here's what Salette will do with Burgundian. So far, I'm pleasantly surprised by him. Who is playing for Wild Palace, because 2-2 is not the score that I would have expected to tune in. Yeah, thank you for the answer. So, let me check. Let's go back to resources. Castle Age is already here for everyone. Don't see any extra TCs coming out from Fox Beta, which goes against what I thought it was going to be the case, given that we have the walls already coming up. But we do have the second TC already up for Vivi, so it's looking a little bit better for Bible Palace. At the very least, villager production potential is significantly higher for them. Now, 50% higher with 2 TCs versus 3 TCs. 3 for Wild Palace, of course. Oh, he's taking the towers down. These do not attack. These are neutral towers. These do not attack, so you can take them down if you want. Some of these are actually kind of weak already. So yeah, I'm not really sure why you would want to do that, but he took it. The walls coming up on the left-hand side from Wild Pass are composed of palisade walls, which is not the strongest, and I don't see any walls coming up on the right-hand side. A little bit of pressure from Wild Palace. Still no extra TCs though. Instead we see full monks over here. What is the plan for Salette? Is it really gonna try to monk rush Wild Palace after taking all the time in the world to get the walls up? They are not going for extra TCs. They are not going greedy. Even when it's not possible for Jibatong to break through. I'm so surprised. Meanwhile, Vivi is the only player who's going for a third TC right now. Nobody else even has a second TC, and yeah, it's so awkward. It would be great if you could garrison the towers to claim them. That'd be yeah, an interesting idea. I'm not really sure if it's possible, but that'd be good. Yeah. Monk Rush in the silo, that's cool. It's cool, yeah, but it's also extremely risky. If it doesn't work out, well, they get knocked out of the qualifier. You know, it's not going to take too long for WWP to get a 20-30 villager lead. With 2 extra TCs, they have twice the TCs compared to Fox Beta, and that's going to be, once again, about 6 villagers per minute, technically. In about 5 minutes, that's going to represent already a 30 villager lead. Relics for extra food? I mean, I guess, but I don't think it's worth it, because if you go for extra TCs, you go for 2 additional TCs, you can get 6 villagers out in 1 minute. If you go for relics, you have to collect all 5 relics, and that's gonna be giving you as much food income as 6 extra farmers will give you. And 6 extra gold miners, so I guess it's going to be like having 12 extra villagers instead. But yeah, in 2 minutes with 2 extra TCs, you can get 12 extra villagers already, so I think I definitely would have preferred the economy still. And especially if he ends up losing monks to the scouts over here, and he has to struggle and take so long to get the relics, it's just so rough. How many do they have? How many relics are in the map? Let's check. Can I click on it? It's gotta be the right pixel. Yeah. There are 6 relics from what I can see. Yeah. Wow. And Pinch Tornado, thank you so much for the raid. It's very much appreciated, and welcome everyone, guys. We are casting Terra Nova Duos qualifier games. Wild Wolf Palace B versus Fox Beta, to be followed by TND plus MBL after the series. I hope you had a great stream. It's very much appreciated, and guys, I hope you enjoyed the streams as well. This is the 3rd series we are casting right now. If you are interested in watching the first 2 series, you can do exclamation mark schedule to see what the first 2 series were, and then you can just rewind the VOD and check them out, of course. There to see finally on the way for Salette. That's going to allow them to catch up in TC count compared to Wild Wolf Palace, but unfortunately, because they've already fallen behind in villager count, this is only going to prevent Wild Wolf Palace from getting further ahead in villager count. But with the same TC count for both teams, then it's not going to be enough for Fox Beta to catch up. We will see both players going up to the Imperial Age on 44 and 46 villagers though, for Salette and Uzikoti respectively. And yeah, Vivi+Jibatong on the other hand are still chilling in the castle age. They do have a much stronger push coming though, but we'll see. That's a lot of monks for Uzikoti and Salette to work with. Can they get away with it though? We see about 3 conversions over here, 4 conversions, but still more war wagons still for Jibatong compared to the converted units. And there we are, there we are. One already in the monastery, right? Let's take a look. We have actually... Wait, what? That's a lot of relics. I didn't even know that there were so many available in the map. My bad. 6 relics already for Salette, 3 relics for Uzikoti. But then we also have the same for Wild Wolf Palace. We have 5 and 2. So we have 2 extra relics for Salette and Uzikoti, but doesn't seem to be worth falling behind the village account for. As many relics as you can get. If you are unable to deny your enemy from getting the relics, it doesn't seem to get you too much of a lead at all. 3 extra relics, I guess. 7 to 3. And counting, yes. Is there a story for these maps? Like any normal has a short explanation? Just wondering, since my idea that this is inspired for the fall of the Western Roman Empire, after which the medieval states grew in the literal ruins of the once mighty superpower. Yeah. The second Dark Age, so to say. I don't remember what the name for that is, but I've heard about that before too. I'll tell you in a little bit. Beautiful. But yeah, the maps do have descriptions. Huskar's coming up already for Vivi on the left-hand side. They're putting a lot of pressure, guys. They have more military units. They have more economy as well. They are behind 1 age compared to Fox Beta. But Fox Beta so far has not really been able to take advantage of the Imperial Lich at all. With the forecast coming up over here for Jibatong as well, there's a lot of pressure against Fox Beta right now. Actually, that just is the Dark Age, not the second of anything. Oh, okay, that is my bad. Oh, that is what they say when you fall into the Dark Ages? I guess that makes sense. Okay, now everything makes sense for Age of Empires 1 and Age of Empires 2. I always thought it was weird for it to be called Dark Age, which seemed like... You know, militias are freaking like... they seem like cavemen almost. And I was like, okay, that's odd. I guess now that makes sense. No eco, no ideas for Imp, that is correct. Jibatong's just been going for full push on the right hand side, and Vivi on the left hand side has just been going for full military production, of course, just trying to spam the crap out of the civilization. I see, Bailo. How many relics in those two monasteries? So this one has 5 relics, 5 out of 5. So he must have lost 2 relics over here already. Yes, the first monastery had 2 because he had 7. He's lost 2. Now we have a relic heist over here from Jibatong, who is going to steal these. And then this one is going down very soon as well. So that's going to be potentially up to 7 relics, right, for Jibatong to collect. Anyway. This is looking good for Rival Pass still. Despite the players not being in the Imperial Age, the pressure they are putting against Fox Beta is still very strong. To be fair, they seem to be running out of steam a little bit. If you take a look at the military count, it's actually looking better for Fox Beta right now. We see a bunch of extra upgrades, with Illumination just finished researching for Uzikoti, and now he's going for Theocracy as well. Theocracy is very important because it allows you to convert more than 1 unit per group of monks, so that only 1 monk's fate is used for conversion. Monk strat doesn't seem very good. They're holding. They got into the Imperial Age, and villager count, you know, it's very close. It bought them some time. With Theocracy, the monks are going to be a little bit stronger. How many do we have left? We don't really have too many monks left, to be fair. But they held. There you are. Huskars are looking very good over here. Completely uncontested. We don't have any units for Fox Beta to defend Uzikoti at all. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of villages going down, man. The villager count is not close anymore. There you are. Finally, they are able to clean the Huskars up. Well, a portion of the Huskars. Not everything. Then on the right-hand side, we have more Huskars coming in as well. How many barracks do we have, by the way, for Vivi? Let's get 6 barracks. So it should be pretty decent production. It's got 20% faster work in barracks, of course. So yeah. It seems like Salette specifically is much better able to hold on against the pushes, and he's actually pushing back. He's taking the TC down. He's taking the castle down as well from Vivi that he had from Jibatong, sorry, that he had forward. And he's actually pushing back a little bit, which is very interesting. We have a bunch of converted war wagons over here, plus a bunch of monks left. But yeah, he cannot keep momentum. Not as long as his teammate is in troubles, because if Uzikoti does not get assisted by Salette pretty much consistently at this point, he dies. And if he dies, of course, Salette's gonna be left in a 1v2 position. By the way, Bailo, I have ruins over here. The description. This is what it says. It's not based on history by the looks of it. I think? Yeah, I mean, maybe the inspiration for the map was not placed in the description for the map, but this is what I have. There we go. Counter monk push coming out from Jibatong. Yeah, and some Custodier coming forward from Salette. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be enough, man. How many do we have over here? 8? 7 even. We have a defensive castle for Jibatong, plus the TCs, plus guard towers, or keep actually. No, guard tower, right? He's still in the castle edge, so we have guard towers, TCs, castles over there. It's very unlikely that the Custodier will be able to do too much. Maybe just catching the villagers off guard, he'll be able to one-shot a couple, but yeah, those Custodier are unable to, are very unlikely to do too much for Fox Beta. Wild Wolf Palace will finally have one player going up to the Imperial Age, that being Vivi. And yeah, Jibatong on the other hand is getting close to having enough resources to go up. Interestingly enough, he's got a lower villager count even compared to both Fox Beta players, so even compared to Uzikoti, Jibatong's kind of struggling. What is going on over here though? He does not seem to be paying active attention to his economy. Now he's finally going to garrison the missing villagers. But yeah, if you're not paying attention to your economy, I guess a couple Custodier can actually do a lot more damage. Custodier have barely any upgrades, true. We have only scale bar the armor as well, which means they are quite squishy. And wouldn't really be able to do too much around the castle, for instance, right? Although, to be fair, Jibatong doesn't even have ballistics right now, so I guess there's that too. Dark Ages continue every day between sundown and sunrise. In Spanish, we only use Middle Age. We use Middle Age, I'm pretty sure, for the same that they use Medieval in, or Middle Age in English as well. Do we have a translation for Dark Age? In game, it's called La Edad Media. But I don't know if that's actually correct or that's something that they had to come up for the game, and that's probably something that didn't exist in Spanish literature before that. I have no idea. Regardless, Imperial Age is going to be here finally for Vivi. He is going to be very close to 200 population when he hits it as well. And of course that means access to Blast Furnace. That means access to Elite Huskars as well, right? Which are even stronger around projectiles, right? So even stronger against war wagons, even stronger against castles. That should leave them in a pretty good spot. Even, well, against Chukanus probably not much stronger, but still, we don't really have too many Chukanus anyway for Uzikoti to defend himself with. Wasn't it Alta Edad Media? You might be correct, yes. That sounds about right. Yeah. You're correct. We count the Huskars. For the most part uncontested, these converted war wagons will barely tickle these guys. And these are not even elite yet. Once we get elite, that's going to be so much harder for Fox Beta to defend against. The thing though is, while Imperial Age is on the way for Jibatong, he's certainly been a liability, so to say, for his team a little bit. You take a look at Fox Beta, and they're actually still being contested in Wild Wolf Palace B for population overall. You see military and eco count actually looking a little bit higher for Fox Beta right now. We're finally going to start getting some extra upgrades with Chain Barbed Armor coming up for Custodier and Forging coming up for Custodier as well. The units are starting to get a little bit stronger. Ideally, you would want to go for Elite as well, and obviously also Blast Furnace, Iron Cast and Blast Furnace and Plate Barbed Armor, but this is really interesting. Check this out. It's neck and neck, guys. The possibility of an upset for this one is very real still. Not something that I would have anticipated. And this is a great series. I think this might be the most interesting series that we have seen in the qualifiers so far? Certainly seems like it to me. Yeah. So let's check. There we go. The Huskars are finally getting cleaned up by Custelier. On the left-hand side, Vivi still looking strong. He's got momentum. He's picking up steam. Fox Beta, without the Custelier on the left-hand side, will not really be able to hold on. At the very least, Uzikoti can only go for 2 canoes from 1 castle, which is not going to be enough production to hold on against, what? Still 6 barracks Huskar production? 7 barracks Huskar production. We have Elite Huskar coming out right now for Vivi. We get for Salette Burgundian Vineyards coming out so that he can generate gold from the farms. And Light Cavalry as well as Caravan. We have also Plate Bar and Armor. Plate Bar and Armor was very, very important, mind you. And it seems like the players are... Players are starting to gear up to start trading, right? Nothing on the right-hand side, but we do see villagers moving over to the left to get the markets up. So very soon we'll see some markets coming up for Salette on the right-hand side for sure. That's not going to be the case necessarily for White Wolf Palace. From what I can see, they are not really going for trade just yet. We'll see though. Fox Beta's got to survive first. If you want to take a look at the match details, I think you can do #match, but I don't know if it's going to work because this game might be over already. We start the casting this 121 minutes after it actually began. Wow, man, such an even game. Very good unit control over here for Uzikoti as well. Yeah, he ends up getting most of the conversions over here. He'll get cleaned up, but he was able to get most of the conversions, and that should allow him to hold on against the Huskars and clean these units up. So we need more from Vivi. Yeah, and they are chasing Custelier right now as well, so it's going to be a counter raid coming up. Still open, just in time, completely denied push. I guess he could try to take the foundation down, but it was already too high HP though. So yeah. There we go. Beautiful. Still great pressure from Vivi against Uzikoti, who's been certainly the one struggling the most in his team. Military counts finally picking up for Rival Pass as well. I do like to see the hand cannoneer transition over here. It's kind of a rough position for Fox Beta in the sense that we are going to be relying on one player for the most part. Salette is providing Custelier to go forward and raid with, and now he's going to be providing defensive units with this hand cannoneer as well. Because he's got 25% higher attack and gunpowder units with the civilization, he kind of has to go for it. Chinese also, they don't get access to them at all, so doesn't seem to be the best civilization composition for a late game in this situation. Which is so weird to say, because Chinese are usually such a strong civilization. To be honest though, if he was able to get a few extra castles, or if he was able to get a few extra castles on time, and mass a good amount of Chikunus, he might actually have been able to hold on against Huskars on his own, without needing to rely on the hand cannoneer from his teammate. But yeah, at this point, basically White Wolf Palace is battering on Uzikoti's base, and Salette's just trying to put out the fires everywhere, while trying to put aggression forward as well. We have several stables coming up. We already saw that he went for Light Cavalry upgrade, so he could potentially go for Light Cavalry and try to raid. And he's got Hussar even, which is good. Even without Bloodlines, as long as the Hussar stay mobile, they could potentially get some nice picks going. What I like about this too is the fact that he could potentially deny trading as well. So if he were to send some Hussar over here, some Hussar over here, just keep on raiding, or actually patrolling rather, he may actually be able to prevent White Wolf Palace from trading at all. And let's take a look at resources too. We have 4 piles of gold still left, and they seem to be quite abundant still, so it doesn't seem like they will need to make a switch to trade anytime soon. Which actually leaves White Wolf Palace in a pretty good position still. There we are. Here come the Hussar, and we see the first villagers going down, boys! Beautiful. At the moment, he finally has decent cavalry upgrades. They all be dead. Yeah. And now we can't get any upgrades. Man, it's just been... They cannot catch a break. They've been able to hold on surprisingly well for the most part for the longest time, right? And we still see a very decent military count for Fox Beta. This is some knights coming out for Uzikoti. He doesn't even have a cavalier upgrade just yet, but yeah, WWP certainly have been the one calling the shots. They've certainly been the ones in the driver's seat. Let's check. There we go. Beautiful. There you are. Very, very solid defense for Salette. They are holding on to a higher score compared to Rival Palace, which is very nice to see. Obviously, that's going to be fueled by the god spam just walking straight into the grinder. And yeah, now that we start to see some villager picks over here from the Hussar from Salette, things are starting to look a little bit better for Fox Beta. It's looking up for them. Certainly. And I cannot believe my eyes, guys, but we can very well see an upset here. Capped Rams coming out for Fox Beta for both players, so they are starting to finally think about pushing, not only defending. And when these Hussar is just going to be so strong. We have some trade going as well. And yeah, you know what? This is not bad. We have one castle on the back as well for Uzikoti to potentially go for more Chukanus if you wanted to. These are not fully upgraded by any stretch of the imagination. We are still missing the elite upgrade. We are still missing chemistry, I believe. Yes, he's missing chemistry. He's missing, of course, probably thumb ring too, I would imagine. Yeah, he's missing thumb ring. He's missing a bunch of upgrades. But it's good, you know, if he can mass a good amount of units, then he should be able to even hold on against Huskars, which is what I wanted to see him go for originally, but it's always been a struggle because of the amount of castles he had to work with. There we go. Down south, the Hussar cannot come in anymore. Good defense. Finally, Jibatong's walling this up. This seems to be closed by the trees as well. I'm not 100% sure. I guess he could potentially just roam around as well. Maybe send some of the units over here, right? Straight into the economy again. But yeah. Oh! The onager shots, though! He's not paying attention at all, and all their hand cannon need to get cleaned up. Ah, that's gonna hurt. Dude, that was basically 90% of their defense. Against Huns anyway. Sorry, against Huskars. What am I talking about? Against gods, against Huskars. Without hand cannoneer anymore, well, the Cavalier alone are not going to work. We have Halberdier coming in along the Huskars as well. That's gotta be GG now. Well, this is going to certainly allow WWP to pick up some steam once again, but to be fair, compared to 10 minutes ago, when the hand cannoneer were absolutely crucial for them to stay alive this game, this time around we do have a counter strike from Fox Beta. They do end up falling behind the score though because of the trade over there, but we have Hussar coming in straight into Jibatong's base, taking villages down still. So I don't think it's over just yet, but that was really rough. If they were able to hold on to the hand cannoneer at the same time as they were going for the Hussar push, that would have put them in a much better position, of course. They would probably still be on top score, although to be fair, it's very close still. There is definitely a chance for them to catch back up still. Yeah. That's gonna start switching back and forth very soon as well. So why exactly are Koreans making the halberdiers and the god making onagers? It's fine. Guts are still going to be affected by the team bonus from Koreans. They do not get the extra range that Koreans would get from the unique upgrade, but it's okay. And you know, Koreans are still going to get 20% faster working barracks anyway. I'm not really sure actually if Vivi has perfusion. If he has perfusion, then yeah, for sure he's got to be the one, or he's going to be the one with a easier time going for infantry. But yeah, other than that, I'm not really sure. Interestingly enough, we have some momentum from Jibatong on the right hand side. Might be able to start taking some of the castles down, right? And we have some momentum from Vivi on the left hand side. So if you just drop me without prior information, any prior information, and with the score hidden over here, I say, yeah, this game is going in favor of Rival Pass 100%. Right? I mean, we high capturage, and I say, yeah, who's winning? Who's winning, guys? You have no stats. You take a look at this. Vivi's pushing on the left hand side. Jibatong's pushing on the right hand side. We see keeps coming up over here as well. You gotta say Rival Pass for sure. But then you take a look at the stats, and Fox Beta's actually holding on still somehow. And yeah, I mean, you take a look at Jibatong's population. The rates over here have not been kind to Jibatong's economy at all, and he's gonna keep on bleeding more and more economy as well, going down to 60 villagers, 42 military, right? Yeah, man. TC's going down over here on the left hand side though from Uzikoti. And they gotta be careful, man, because if they do not close this up, then trade's going to be exposed very soon. We have Huskars and Halberdier already going over to the back of this base. More Hussar doing more damage. Now get into Vivi's base. They were already completely barreled through Jibatong's defenses. Jibatong's economy has suffered greatly because of this, and now they are going into the next target. See if they can do any damage. Obviously, with Guts, it's going to be a little bit easier for Vivi to hold on himself, but that's about it. What a great game indeed. What a great match. What a great series, to be honest. So much better than I could have anticipated, for sure. This game, man, truly countless bodies. Yeah. Let's actually take a look at KD real quick. Yeah, there we go. Definitely way over 1,000 kills so far. Yeah, by quite a bit. Actually, more like 1,500 or so. And check this out. Fox Beta is able to hold on. They stabilize the situation over here. These trebuchets should be going down. I could potentially see also the keep get taken down by Cavalier. I'm not really sure. Probably not, but the trebuchet should be going down, right? No? Okay. Traps? Ah, Arbalistas were there. I didn't see them. Situation has kind of stabilized around Rival Pass space as well, or Fortress. Eventually, this becomes a team islands in a sea of blood. That's the king. It could be the king. It could be the king. Where's the king? Dude, we need to find the... We need to find the king. Where's the king? This is Regicide after all, so if they can take the king, that's great, of course. It seems we had another... Yeah, bloodbath over here with cavalry archers going down to Arbalisters. Where is the king, actually? Jibatong! He gets... Oh! No way! What was Jibatong's king doing forward? He got defeated! It's going to be a 2v1 against Vivi. This gotta be game. I don't see how Rival Pass comes back over here anymore. Oh, man. We'll go... You can bet your butt we're going to rewind and check that in slow motion. Even slower than slow motion the game is going at right now. Dude, Vivi's trying. He's got the power of the god spam, but I don't think it's going to be strong enough for him to 1v2 this one, though. Oh man, we gotta go back. I think it was about 57 minutes, so this game is going to be over very soon. There's no way that Vivi wins this, right? And then we'll take a look, but... Oh, that's a great Donager shot as well. I don't know, is that going to be enough? Probably not. He ended up losing a lot of Donagers over here as well. Yellow gave him a second chance, but he didn't want to live. The king does not want to feel responsible for... yeah, for all the deaths anymore, so he decided to call it quits right there. Didn't want to be responsible for this war. Why did he do that? That's what we are going to try and find out. As soon as the game is over, as soon as Vivi calls it GG, which should be really soon, of course, we'll take a look, but... Yeah, there we go. GG's called. Alright, let's go back right away. 57 minutes. Let's actually go to 56 minutes to try and track the king down. Where is the king? It's here. I'm not really sure why he's got it here. He's got it out garrisoned, yes. And the cavalier could not get the king down. Oh, this is from earlier. Yes, this is what you guys said. Is that the king? When I said, okay, he's going for the trebuchet. No, the arbalesters, I have not seen them, but he already had the king over there. He didn't realize. I guess he probably had some arbalesters garrison inside the castle where he also had the king. Yeah, disaster, man. He didn't notice. So I think that's the way it went. He probably had some archers garrisoned over here, resetting their HP or something, and then he probably just out-garrisoned everything and he forgot it was regicide. So yeah, there we go. He loses the king over there and that's going to be over. Well, guys, that was an incredible series and that's going to be the first upset. I think that's going to be the first upset, right? I don't think we have had an upset before this one. So with a final score of 3-2, Fox Beta moves on past White Wolf Palace V to make it into the main stage, while White Wolf Palace V, on the other hand, get knocked out of the qualifiers. And while they'll still be able to sign up for the second division, they're not going to be a runner-up for the main prize, of course, anymore. So, well played, I guess. I mean, that was kind of a throw from Jibatong, but to be fair, Fox Beta being able to survive this long and being able to force 5 games out of White Wolf Palace was still very well played for them, so there's not taking anything away from them. Good job to Fox Beta. Should rename themselves to Fox Alpha? Probably. Let's take a look at the achievements. For military, we're going to see a very nice KD for Salette, about 3-2, a little higher than that actually. And then for economy, a much stronger economy also for Fox Beta. Yeah, of course. Let's go to the end, actually, so that we have correct stats. There we go. Yeah. Still stronger economy for them. Even more so, of course, after Jibatong got defeated. For society, it's going to be 158. Villages max for Salette. We see over here that Fox Beta was in a higher eco count towards the end of the game, so